what that shit called? The spelling bee shit. I I completed the shit for my class. It was me and my boy Nadir. I wonder how he doing. He probably dead or in jail. That was my boy. Um, I ain't gonna hold you. Um, a couple of them cats that I was in elementary school with was probably some of the coolest cats I ever known. And to this day, I remember every single last one of them. But like, I'm not about to. You say this ain't that, and I'm like, okay, you're right. Nah, I ain't never been one of them. I've never been one of them.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will kick it away to start. Coming out with it, it's Lloyd. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll give it on the counter. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Looking to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the offense on first down. On the move, it's Moffitt. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Quick pass on the jet motion. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Back to throw, it's Harvin. Fires to the middle. Got his man. At the 45 on his way. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. He'll ride his man on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
First game of the year, you're always worried about turnovers, right? And this guy has the ultimate nightmare on his first touch of the year. Puts the ball on the ground. He's got to be able to flush that out now. You got to get ready to go play the next play.
A hand to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That's caught. It's Fox. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Running back searching for a hole. Ball is free. Defense just cradling that fumble and
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The Vols will have a 1st down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Slams ahead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 1st down here for the offense. To the air. It's Harvin. Shoots it to the left. Got a wide open receiver. Nothing but green ahead. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Looking downfield, it's Harvin. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offense coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 7 over Boise State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A strike downfield. He's off to the races. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Dickey. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles, and because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Skips away from pressure. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Goes to the option. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Running back goes in motion. Here comes the option. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, no! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He's got his man. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Looking for a man. It's Dickey. He's got it. Fighting off the defender. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going for it all. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot.
Oh, look out! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The offense will quickly use a timeout. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Back to pass, it's Harvin. They're setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. They'll immediately call timeout. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it,
looking for the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball raining out of bounds.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He'll take another shot here. He makes a catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And it's right down the boulevard. And now they take the lead. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out. It's Lloyd. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. One more snap coming before halftime. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5. Where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility, and you got to get them on the ground and make tackles. And that was a good job limiting the damage on that play with a nice tackle.
Looking to take a shot. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Dropping back, it's Dickey. He lets one fly deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. offense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lloyd. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll try the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's looking downfield to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He's open on the right.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
Coming after it. And they get the sack just like that.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Looking to throw, it's Harvin. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The Knowles line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots and make those big plays.
The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble?
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Firing to the right, complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped. Now forcing a 4th down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Feeling some heat. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Trying to get behind the defense. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown,
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
The Volunteers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The option look. Now the pitch. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throat?
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Quick toss. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Pockets. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A 3rd and long coming up here. On the option. He'll keep it himself. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
And the Noles will have it 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 3rd and short. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Nothing like stomping a guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of